What if a simple dog bite turns your brain into a trap with no escape? That's exactly how rabies works. One of the most terrifying viruses on our planet. This virus takes its time. After a bite, it hides in the body for 10 days to a year, slowly creeping along the nerves straight to the brain. And while you don't feel a thing, there's no turning back. Once the virus reaches the brain, a real nightmare begins. Fever, aggression, hallucinations. The infected see monsters where there aren't any. Lash out at people, scream for no reason. But the worst thing is water. The patient is thirsty and dying of thirst, but the mere sight of a glass of water causes such wild terror and convulsions that they throw it away. This really happens. Doctors tie such patients to their beds because during a fit, the infected are capable of maiming a nurse with their bare hands. The brain burns from the inside, yet the person remains conscious. Only a few people survive the first signs of the disease, literally a handful throughout the history of medicine. The rest die within a week, fully conscious, in panic and pain. Every year, about 60,000 people die from rabies. Almost all of these deaths occur in areas without adequate vaccinations. And a cat or bat bite works exactly the same as a dog bite. What if one day you simply couldn't sleep? Not for a day, not for a week, forever. This happens to people with a rare genetic flaw in their DNA, fatal familial insomnia. It starts quietly. A person notices their sleep has gotten worse, then worse. Then sleep doesn't come at all. No pills help. The brain simply refuses to switch off. After several months without sleep, hallucinations begin. The person sees people who aren't there, hears voices, and can no longer distinguish loved ones from strangers. The body trembles, speech becomes shaky, and coordination disappears. Doctors have tried everything: sleeping pills, anesthesia, even artificial death. Nothing works. The brain continues to work at full capacity, refusing to give the body even a minute of rest. By this point, the patient can't eat normally and barely speaks, but they are conscious. They hear and feel everything. They simply can't close their eyes and sleep. Never again. Death occurs approximately a year after the onset of the disease. There is no cure. Scientists still don't know how to stop it. The brain burns from the inside, as if someone were burning it out piece by piece. The disease is hereditary. If one parent was ill, the chance of getting it is 50%. Some families live with this knowledge and simply wait. Imagine a disease where your body begins to disintegrate from the inside. Blood flows from your ears, eyes, and through your skin all at once. This isn't a horror movie. This is Ebola, a real virus that kills within 2 weeks. The first few days look like the common flu. Fever, weakness, body aches. You think you're just catching a cold. Meanwhile, the virus is already destroying the walls of blood vessels throughout your body.
Look at him.
On the 5th day, something begins that doctors can't take their eyes off of. Your skin becomes bruised, and blood flows uncontrollably from every wound. Your internal organs begin to lose their shape. Bleeding comes from everywhere: the gums, nose, intestines. In the most severe cases, you bleed right through your skin. And yet, you're conscious. You feel every second of what's happening. Death occurs from the failure of all your organs at once: heart, kidneys, liver, all at once. In some outbreaks, 9 out of 10 infected people died. Doctors left their wards and simply cried. The virus is transmitted by touching an infected person or their body after death. This is why entire villages have died out after people came to say goodbye to a deceased relative. There is still no cure. There is a vaccine, but it doesn't work against all variants. New outbreaks occur every few years, and each time it's a new race against death. There's a bacterium that can eat living flesh. It sounds like fiction, but surgeons encounter it every year, and when it starts working, it literally takes hours. Necrotizing fasciitis begins innocently: a small wound, a scratch, sometimes just a prick. Within 24 hours, there's redness and pain around it. Within 24 hours, the skin turns black, and by this point, there's no living tissue left. Most often, infection begins after minor injuries: a cut in the kitchen, an insect bite, a small splinter. No one thinks it's dangerous, and that's the main pitfall. The most terrifying thing is the speed. A person goes to bed with a slight redness on their leg and wakes up in the intensive care unit, where doctors are debating whether to amputate. It takes less than 24 hours. The bacterium secretes toxins that destroy tissue faster than any antibiotic can work. In 12 hours, it travels a distance equal to the length of an arm. People lose limbs while they sleep. The only treatment is to immediately remove everything infected. Surgeons literally remove chunks of the body to stop the spread. Sometimes an entire arm or leg must be removed to save a life. About 70% of patients survive. The rest die from blood poisoning, even after emergency surgery. Those who survive are left with massive scars or missing body parts forever. A small rusty nail in the sole of your foot. You wash the wound and forget about it. A week later, your body turns to wood. And this isn't just a figurative expression, it's a medical fact. The bacteria enters through any wound in the skin and secretes one of the most powerful natural toxins in the world. This toxin blocks signals from the brain to the muscles, but not so much that they relax. Quite the opposite. The muscles begin to spasm and won't let go. First, the neck and jaw. The person can't open their mouth, can't speak, can't eat. Then the spasms take over the entire body. When the chest spasms, the person simply stops breathing. The back arches so that the heels almost touch the back of the head. It's one of the most terrifying things doctors have ever seen. Treatment lasts for months. The patient is kept completely immobilized with drugs, and a special machine breathes for them. Otherwise, their own muscles will suffocate them. And all this time, they remain conscious. Without treatment, approximately 1 in 2 people dies. The vaccine exists and works almost perfectly. But every year, more than 100,000 people die from tetanus, simply because they weren't vaccinated. Some of the diseases in this episode could have been stopped with one shot. Just one. Subscribe to the channel and watch other episodes. It's important.